Panharmonicon Farms, we believe all chickens deserve a second chance. Our state-of-the-art rehabilitation facility provides these yellow-bellied billies with a living experience hitherto undreamed of. Gourmet meals, private living quarters, on-site mental health professionals. Hell, we even got housekeepers, a mayor, and live entertainment on the weekends. And if we can't rehabilitate, well, bon appetit. Panharmonicon Farms Rehabilitation Center. Get some good before the good gets gone. We're still working on that tagline.
Bacon, egg, and cheese.
Get a bacon, egg, and cheese.
68?
68.
Okay, because I was like, I did the 6-7 thing for the last episode. Just get it clean, yeah, thank you. I was talking. Army of Darkness.
Army of Darkness?
Army of Darkness.
I'll have one side of Army of Darkness.
Extra camp, please.
Oh yeah, a whole lot of that. Give me some
We're in
sugar,
the
baby.
wood.
I forgot all about that line.
Hail
My
the
brother
king.
used to say that line all
Really?
the time, dude. And I was, yeah. Give me some sugar, baby. Let's all go to the movie.
Panharmonicon presents a podcast.
I'll buy it. Who wants some? Huh? Who wants to have a little? You. You want some more? Huh?
Oh boy.
Give me some sugar indeed. Ladies and gents, welcome to another episode of Panharmonicon Studios Presents.
This is my boomstick.
A movie podcast. Come get some.
Come get. I was trying to think of a line. Come get some, Burks. Hail the king. It's like watching Duke Nukem. It's
Yeah, but just like
a movie character.
really shitty Duke Nukem.
Well, I mean, Duke Nukem is really shitty Duke Nukem. But I am one of your hosts, Damon.
This is Andrew.
And this is Farron.
And by shitty Duke Nukem, I mean like the current Duke Nukem, not the one from like the 90s who was chew.
The current Duke Nukem. There are like modern Duke Nukem games?
There was one, Duke Nukem Forever,
When did that come out?
2008, I want to say. Maybe earlier. It may have been like 2005, 2006. I can't remember, but it was
2011.
2011. Even worse. It was like a 15-year gap. It was like stuck in development hell for ages. People didn't think it was going to get made. It was like a meme. And then it finally came out, but it shit the bed as soon as it came out.
Oof, classic.
So it just became a joke. And then I don't think they've made a Duke Nukem game since. Which we're not aching for it.
We don't need more bubblegum and kicking ass.
Like we're quite good. I think.
Kicking bubblegum.
The icon of misogyny. Look at that.
Oh,
That's,
that's what he's labeled as?
he just gives off that energy.
Oh, okay.
I thought that was his. I was like,
Yeah, I was like, holy shit.
I was like, it
Like-
seems
like
like that
the
is something he would
women
like
hanging on the
wear
arm,
as like
yeah,
a
like-
thing of pride, but I'm the king of misogyny, baby.
Get some.
Give me some sugar.
Army of Darkness, though.
Army of Darkness. Yep. So we're gonna be going over Army of Darkness today, folks. Request number 2 from my brother Chico. Chico. I will say I'm a bit surprised because I don't think I've ever seen an Evil Dead movie with him. I didn't know he enjoyed the Evil Dead series.
Well,
Not sure why he chose Army of Darkness out of
I was
all of the
gonna
movies
say,
in the
he
Evil
enjoyed the Evil
Dead
Dead,
series.
the first or the second one. So
But
here
I
we
mean,
are.
it's still one of them.
We appreciate the feedback and the submissions.
Most certainly.
Whatever the word is.
And if you're listening and you said, man, I'd like them to do a movie. I don't know what movies they've done, though. look back at our catalog, our filmography of movies. We were doing different synonyms for of the movies that we've gone over. And if you look through all of them, you're like, well, they still didn't do Airborne. Tell us to do it. We'll do it.
Oh man!
If you want to see us do Ong Bak, tell us. We'll do it.
If you want to see us do the unbearable weight of unimaginable weight, the unbearable.
If you want to see us, if you want to see us do a jumble of words, tell us and we'll do it. If you made a movie and you want to see us go over the movie,
I'm getting some short films popping up on my old For You page. So I don't know if we want to dive into those.
Cool.
I guess sound off in the comments. Is that something? Because we can pack
in the comments.
2 or 3 in one episode.
You future auteurs, you.
Yeah.
And we'll let you know if you're going to be one. Not that we have like say over that.
You're the one. We picked you. You're the winner.
Sorry, to finish this thought though, if you want to see us watch the unbearable weight of massive talent, pause it at the part where they start to watch
Paddington 2.
Yes, and then
watch Paddington 2, and then go back to
finish the movie,
and then come back to us when we've done all of that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm a Paddington boy. Like, I love Paddington the books.
Yeah.
And I love Paddington the cartoon. I haven't seen the movies, but I'd like to see.
Paddington 2's good.
I love Paddington. Paddington's the man with his marmalade.
Put the bunny down.
Yeah.
But
Where
yes,
we are in the spiel.
if you got stuff and you want us to go over it, please tell us in the comments below. Mm-hmm. Don't care where you are. If you're on YouTube, tell us. If you're on Spotify, tell us. If you see our stuff on Instagram, tell us. If you see us on Blue Sky, tell us. If you see us on Twitter, tell us.
See us out in the streets.
If you see us out on the streets,
Crazy that you can identify us, but tell us.
be cool, but tell us.
There you go.
I mean, if you do see us on the street, tell us, because we don't want you to just like stalking us and not let us know that you're just looking at us on the street.
Wake up with notes on your door.
Whoa, okay.
P.O. Box 405. Like, oh, we got some fan mail coming, guys. Anyway, before we get into the festivities, how you fellas been? What's been up on you?
I've been good. Where are you gonna go? That was a deep breath.
Oh, sorry, I was just wiping my eye, but I can go. I have you guys ever heard of the place Milk Jar?
Yes.
Milk Bar. Okay, so there's one.
Oh, you mean Milk Bar, right?
So, to be completely honest with you, I don't think I know anymore what the name is.
The unimaginable weight of its
because I feel like you said like the unimaginable weight of something in the last episode. And like, oh, apparently that was wrong when you just said it here.
That was way off. So I think it's advertised. I do not even know. So the other day was at the park with my family, like my niece and nephew and whatnot, and we're over at the Oakley Park. We walked up to High Park Plaza, and it's hot as hell, of course, and to get some ice cream. So there's this place called Milk Jar. It's weird though. So we walked across the baseball field that you might, at the top of that hill. The back door to the place says Milk Bar. You go around to the front. The big sign says Milk Jar. At High Park Plaza, the way that it's set up is that each storefront, there is what looks like a street sign right outside of it. Mm-hmm. So that sign says Milk Bar.
Okay.
You go in, and then behind the counter says Milk Jar. But then there's something else into there that says Milk Bar. Oh. So all of these different things in there are either saying Milk Bar or Milk Jar. And I'm like, I don't know which one you are. Mm-hmm. But I do know that you're fucking delicious. Nice. My goodness gracious. They have this thing. Which
you said it's an ice cream place?
I was going to ask, what
do
they do?
So it's like, so they do like boba tea. Oh. But they have this, so they have like regular fruit boba, and then another form of boba. They have this like, what they call like a milk latte boba, which is kind of like their version of like a milkshake or like malt, basically, with like boba at the bottom. They also do like rolled ice cream. They do like these crazy king cereal bowls or something like that. And they had this one thing, dude, that was like shaved ice, but it was way creamier than shaved ice. And my cousin got this thing called, it was like pink something. and it was like watermelon shaped ice, but it was like blended perfectly with this like more creamier ice cream texture. So it's super light. It was like toppled with like gummy bears, and that was watermelon flavored. But then she had them put like a lemon juice, like a lime juice squeeze on there to bring out the lime flavor. Those are the watermelon flavor a little bit more to accentuate that. Dude, it was so good. Like, my mom took a bite of it. She took everyone started eating out of my cousins. Just to like have a sample of it. And my mom, like, she took one spoonful and then she just threw the spoon. And she was just like pissed.
I love those reactions to food, like throwing your glasses or just like.
She was like, God damn it. You know that scene in like the Dave Chappelle show where Arsenio Hall has the cheese and he gets pissed off that it's so good? That's what it was like.
Yes.
Except she just didn't punch us.
Oh, that's good.
So highly recommend Milk Bar.
Wow.
Going back.
I feel like that place used to be a cereal bar.
Though they said something about cereal in there. I ain't getting no cereal on my stuff.
What is a King cereal bowl? That sounds...
Dude, I don't know. It was like something cereal, but then like they had a whole bunch of other toppings that you could put on top of it. And
So maybe it was a different name.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that place had like it was a place where you could like get like different bowls of cereal. And you could be like, here's some frosted Fruit Loops and stuff, and then like different types of milk.
oh,
And then you like get like to go to
Artisanal
that. Yeah.
cereals.
It's cool. That's like a bubble place now.
Yeah.
yeah.
And I was trying to think, because like, I guess on a keyboard, B and J are like kind of close, but how do you gotta have one name, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're trying to
Kind of tough
super
to.
important.
I'll see you at the milk jar.
What?
I don't see it.
Milk bar?
I saw the milk bar.
No, I meant
No, the milk jar though.
Never mind. Listen, we'll just meet up next week. We'll just go to Cold Stone Creamery.
You said Cold Stone, but I went to the Dairy Queen. Those aren't even related.
Oh, to Bold Stone.
Oh man, how you guys doing though?
I'm doing good. So I finally, thank you, Steam Summer Sale. Last day today, but when this comes out, it'll be way gone. But I got Cyberpunk Cyber Chase finally, and this is a game.
Bomb Rush Cyberpunk.
Whatever I said was very wrong. Yes,
Whoa.
thank you.
So that
What did I blacked out. What did I say?
Cyberchunk.
Milk bar, I think, is where I went. I'll see you at the milk jar. Yes, Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. Great game. I am a Jet Set Radio Future kid. That was once we got the original Xbox, it was a split game between that and then whatever that racing game was. But it is like there was one map that like once I went and I was like, oh, this like taking me back. I got like goosebumps. It was crazy. But it was so I have completely finished it, and it is a very good game. Highly recommend.
Can't wait till Sega does the actual Jet Set game they're supposed to be doing.
I didn't know they were supposed to be doing that. So yeah, I'm also excited for that.
They have a slew of like I guess Sonic wasn't doing enough for him, so they said we're gonna like reach into the chest and pull out some stuff. Yeah, and so they released the first game out of there. Like we're making old stuff new again. It was Shinobi.
Oh, okay.
So they have Shinobi, a new Streets of Rage game, a new Golden Axe game, a new Crazy Taxi, which comes out next year, and Jet Set Radio.
So they're actually following through on this. Okay, I'll have to do some Googling.
And like so far, I think there's just been like little like test footage shown.
Sure.
But they haven't really talked too much about it. But it looks good.
Yeah.
Like, from what they've shown. I mean, that game is hard to like. I mean, the original games on like the Dreamcast still look good because of the art style.
Yeah, it's so stylistic.
Yeah. And Bomb Rush looks like a great spiritual successor to it.
Truly, it hit every benchmark. Only one song that I was just like, this song's annoying. I need to be able, like, some way to turn this off of the rotation.
Can we get that off the playlist, please?
Yes, like, please. But yeah, it was like everyone had their little barks when they're doing like tricks and stuff. Like, you have to do like a dance cipher to like you have to like start like a little group dance session to like change your person.
That's cool.
Yeah, I was because just so many like little things, and I'm like, this is great.
Bomb Rush Cyberpunk.
Yeah, not whatever I said at the start, but
Yeah,
that one.
that
But definitely, because it was one of those. I think I had said like, oh, maybe I'll try to do it for the channel, but I don't know when this happened. But like, I don't think my eyes work at some points. Like, if there's too much going on like on the screen. And it's one of those games where, like, if you move, like, it'll move the camera in a certain way. So, like, if you're trying to move the camera at the same time you're moving, like, it'll do...
Like it'll, like, flip, like, kind of flip out.
So, like, it
I
doesn't...
hate that.
So, it's, like, hard to, like, really, like, track yourself. So, there's you can get, like, a taxi guy. Like, you save the taxi guy from the police. And so, he's like, oh, like, if you need me, like, find these taxi stands, just dance. And then... you're good. And then I'll come pick you up. So I was like, oh, okay, like, I'll just try to go find all these taxi stands. I was like, I could not see these things. Like, they were just invisible. Like, I had to look it up. Because I was like, they exist. Like, I had 2 of them. But there's, like, 6 levels. And I was missing... There's, like, 6 or 7. But, like, I only had 2. So I was like, more is, like, this is a whole fast travel system. Like, this is how you're supposed to get around.
Oh.
But it was just...
Yeah, that would
Right.
hurt
Yeah.
to not
Yes. So I was like, this is so frustrating. But I think that was more of a me thing than the game. So that's just me being like, because motion blur, like any of that, like I get like actually sick, like I get a headache, and like I can't do that. So I don't know if it's like part of whatever that issue is. But yeah, that was just a thing of like, oh, I'm getting older now. There we go.
Yep.
Things are going to be harder from here on out.
Yep.
Sometimes it's also just that.
Yep.
you're like, oh, the old eyes don't work like they were just like a little bit ago. What happened?
But that's me.
So, speaking of Sega and Sonic, so I've always talked about like how I play like Pokemon fan games, but I just found out that there are Sonic ones as well apparently. So I was playing a demo for this Sonic fan game called Sonic Galactic, and it's really good. Like it's I don't know if you've ever played Sonic Mania. It's a game that Sega put out, but it technically wasn't done by the Sonic team. It was done by, I might miss his name, I think it was Christian Whitehead, who was this dude who like 15 years ago was a kid, and he ported Sonic 2 to like iOS.
Oh.
I think he was like 15 or 16 or something when he did this, and Sega initially did like the corporate thing, which was shut that shit down.
Kill this guy.
But then they like eventually brought him on. It was like, we couldn't do it, so do it.
Oh.
Wow.
And he did it, and I think they gave him like all the code and things he needed, because he didn't even, like, he did that off of like just a copy of the game. So they gave him the actual stuff, even including like the like a level that had been cut from the original game that he was like allowed to put into the port. And so he did this like the most recent 2D Sonic game, which is Sonic Mania, which came out on like the PS4, PS5 stuff. So that game is a lot like what would have happened if there had been like a Sonic. There is a Sonic 4 already, but like, what if there had been like a true Sonic 4 on the Sega Saturn?
Oh, wow.
Like continuing that 2D format of just like, but upping the quality of like the animation and everything like that. And this game also does that. And it includes a character that was in the Game Gear games. His name's Fang the Viper. It's weird because he's an enemy in the Game Gear games. So I don't know why you're able to play as him in these. Like, I mean, there's no like written story. It's all just like kind of Sonic-esque cutscenes. But it's really good. Animation is crisp. Things look great. They created their own like mini games for when you like jump into rings or like jump into like the checkpoints and stuff. If they are allowed to continue it and Sega doesn't drop the ban hammer, I think it'll be really good in the end. I also, I was talking about it a few weeks ago, got finally into Pokemon Champions.
Nice. Just the base? Did you...
Yeah, right now, so playing, I have one team that I've been just using for the single ladder.
Oh, okay, not doubles.
Not doubles yet. I'm creating a sand team for doubles,
Ooh.
and I'm kind of upset because I was talking about how I like needed to do all that stuff to get Cupfu. So I get Cupfu, like evolving to Urshifu. I'm like, all right, yeah. Didn't know that in the ladders.
OZ ban.
Yeah. No legendaries in regular ladders.
Wow.
So I think the format is MB right now.
Mega Star Raptor.
So right now my single team is Garchomp, Corviknight, Corviknight. It's been like a couple of days since I've been playing, and I've been trying to like get my sand team together. But Garchomp, Corviknight, Whimsicott, which I typically lead with because of Tailwind, Excadrill, and
two more.
Yeah, I got two more.
You doing any Mega Charizards?
No, because
is that just doubles?
Yeah, everybody uses it in doubles, and I gotta figure out something about that because my sand team right now it starts off with Tyranitar and Excadrill. So Heatwave will be a bother. So I gotta figure that out. But I'll talk about the rest of that team when I remember it. I'm only a Great Ball. I only just started doing it like like a few days ago because I was really just like, do I really want to get into
that time sink?
Yeah, but it's been interesting so far. I don't like the fact that in the regular Pokeball tier there are a lot of bots. And I can tell that they're bots, like essentially like Nintendo
just
created
like
bots.
CPUs.
Yeah, like it's because like essentially what they'll do is like if you like I think if you get up to like a certain point and you start losing, they'll just throw bots at you to get you back winning.
Yeah.
Obviously because kids do not want to be losing all the time. Yeah. But it's like I can tell immediately because like the type of Pokemon they're using in the move. Like they'll just use like the first move in the slot over and over again. You're like,
gotcha.
Come on, dude.
Yeah.
Like I know a person doesn't do that.
Yeah.
Because then you like immediately face a person and you're like, oh, they're obviously doing much different decisions. And like not doing something immediately. Like as soon as you're like, oh, this has been like 3-4 seconds, 5. Wait, oh, this is a person.
Yeah.
What are they about to do? So you get that like kind of chess game feel, which that's a great factor in Pokemon. And just trying to learn competitive it's a lot. It's like luckily I came into it at a time where like it's incredibly easy to build a team.
Yes.
Because I remember back in the first time I attempted competitive was X and Y, and it was sort of easy then compared to like trying to do it in like Red and Blue, which I didn't even know. Yeah. Like technically that was my first competitive game because I remember literally going to a tournament the year that Red and Blue came out, and that was where I got Mew.
I was about to say, you said you got I
was able to get Mew from there, but like
there
was like an actual, it was just out in the mall.
That's wild.
Like the whole mall floor was just
that's kind of cool.
Kids and grown-ups with Game Boys. And they set up a tournament, and I remember, I think it was single instead of so it was like basically you play, if you lose, you're just out.
Oh, gotcha.
Instead of being able to go to like loser brackets and round robin and stuff. So like, so it's like as soon as I lost immediately. Yeah. I was like, I think I was 10 at the time. I was like facing some dude who was like 20 or something like that.
I mean,
full form brain. That makes sense. Yeah.
You stomp me completely. I was like, whatever, I get Mew.
Yeah.
So just a little left. And I was like, I get Mew, Mom. I get Mew. Yeah. But the competitive now is just like and it's crazy because it's expensive to build inside of Pokemon Champions because you get these like obviously because
VP like
VP points, and so there's all these currencies that they want to play around with because it's also a mobile game, and you want to up your, and because they changed, well, luckily because they changed EVs and IVs to just be one value, it now just means you would just invest into like attacking special defense or something like that. But that costs money. Well, VP changing moves costs VP. So I just do that in Scarlet.
Yeah.
And then move the character over.
That's very smart.
And I was like, well, I'm not about to spend money like that. I thought it was going to cost money to like bring them over. Luckily, that doesn't. You just put them in there and then you get to use them. So it's all really regulation that matters more than anything. Yeah, so it's been me.
Very cool. Yeah, let me know how that goes. I'm really interested in
Definitely
champions, but I just get so. I guess it's not stressed. I guess it is, but just like competitive online stuff now, I just like can't really. I can't hang anymore. I can't,
I think that's why
chop it.
I like
the phrases.
the Pokemon part because like you just play a person and you go on. There's no no best of 2 or anything like that, and there's no voice chat. So isn't somebody calling you out your name the instant that they think they're better than you. You just do your thing and then you go on. There's no BM in Pokemon. People can't taunt you in any way to like be like, oh, I'm flexing on you.
Spam the emotes or whatever.
That must be nice.
Go about your business.
Must be nice.
But fellas, got a game for you.
Ooh, let's do this.
Pizza.
Little game Damon calls, same actor. Different character.
All Damon.
All me.
All night.
Keep on.
Richie.
All night long.
All night.
All night in this movie.
All night.
Jack Quinn sets. I'm not gonna keep singing it. Jack Quinn sets out to stop the fiendish Gomez Adams, who is set on world rule. To do so, he enlists the help of Silver Lion and Roman Polanski. Meanwhile, Fa Mulan and her crew, consisting of Little Johnson and Ed Tuttle, are also out to stop Gomez Adams on a mission of revenge. Your time starts when he hits the clock.
Animated?
Street Fighter.
Bingo.
Hey, that was all you. I was like, okay, I got the Gomez. That's easy. Then Fa Mulan, I was like, okay, that's crazy. There's no way. This is real people.
Oh, I will stop that.
Nice.
Yes.
Hey, that's a W.
Yes.
When we get it, we get it.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah. Usually when we get it, it's like right off the bat. And if you don't get it within like the first 45 seconds,
Right. Some we've had a couple, I think, but
That's
statistically,
true.
I think it's
It's
if
either
not out the gate,
immediately
it's-
or it is
nerf
oh
for
wow.
nothing, for sure.
Yes, sir. So Jack Quinn, aka Colonel William Guile, played by Jean-Claude Van Damme. Jack Quinn is from the movie Double Team. Sets out to stop the fiendish M. Bison, played by Raul Julia, who plays Gomez Adams in the Adams Family.
Is that like the older one? So like
The 90s one.
Nice. Okay.
It was very hard. Like I knew I couldn't figure out another role for Raul Julia.
Yeah.
That wasn't
Yeah.
Gomez Adams or M. Bison. And so therefore I knew that was going to be
You
the
had
character
to
that
have-
you would get immediately. Silver Lion is a Byron Man, who's Ryu. Silver Lion from The Man with Iron Fist. Damian Chapa, who played Ken, was Roman Polanski in the film Polanski.
Oh wow, he had a career after Street Fighter. That's crazy. That any of these.
Ming Na Wen, who played Chun-Li, was Fa Mulan in the movie Mulan. She was the voice actress, not the live actor.
Okay.
Because this is a real person movie. This is not animated.
She was Mulan in the Disney cartoon.
Oh, you mean
I'm
Street
sorry,
Fighter?
like Street Fighter.
Oh, Ming Na
Yeah,
Wen
yeah,
was Street
this is
Fighter,
the
the
1994
1994 movie.
Street Fighter movie?
Little Johnson, who was his name is Grand Bush. Balrog, who played the character of Little Johnson. It's funny that I use Grand Bush and Little Johnson, but he played the character of Little Johnson in Die Hard.
It only looks like Little Johnson because the bush is so grand.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
And Ed Tuttle, who was a character in Basketball, played by E Honda character Peter Tuiasosopo. Our action adventure movie Street Fighter from
Pat him
1994.
back for even attempting that name, dude.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah.
Basketball.
Basketball.
Have either of you guys seen that movie?
Yeah.
Is it good?
I laughed a lot when I was a kid. I've not seen it since, so I don't know if it would hold
holds
up.
Sure.
I'd probably be like, but I remember like, I remember laughing a lot as a kid. So that probably tells you who it was aimed at.
Yeah, right. You were the target audience at the time.
I was either the target audience or I was also magically high and just didn't know it. Because I'm pretty sure it was a stoner, like not a stoner movie, but a movie for stoners.
Sure.
Yeah, but they got it. They got themselves out of the little hole they were in there for a while.
It was all fair.
The characters were all over the place. I kind of like it. It was impossible to not use M. Bison because I couldn't think of a way to like say like somebody needed to stop somebody, but not give you the name of the person.
There was a villain. It's like, okay, and who was that?
But I'm glad you guys got it. And so with that, we move on to our feature presentation.
Feature.
Army of
Darkness.
Crime. It courses through this city like a disease. Malignant. Indiscriminate. Ruining everything it touches. Me? I was naive. Thought I could make a difference by joining the boys in blue. Fight for the good guys. But I learned the hard way. Corruption runs deep. And justice? That's just a fairy tale.
And now we're pleased to bring you our feature presentation.
My name is Ash, and I am a slave. Close as I can figure it, the year is 1300 AD, and I'm being dragged to my death. It wasn't always like this. I had a real life once.
So,
Come back with us to 1992. Sorry, what was that?
No, please.
No.
Do your thing.
Please.
They did some rewrites for the first two movies, right? They did some storytime cleanups in the first in the review.
I think so.
I forgot to do my homework before.
For the Evil Dead, you mean like...
Yeah, like the first two movies, like when he's like, oh, I did this. Like, I went here with my girlfriend. And like when he was doing like that quick...
Oh, his little like... Where,
Yeah.
His little plot synopsis. I think there are some things that were
different.
changed to like...
That was just
on that note, there actually is something I read about what it was originally supposed to be that kind of delves into why there were some changes in that sort of like weird quick recap they did in the beginning of the movie. But for the synopsis, Army of Darkness, third Evil Dead movie, Ash finds himself trapped in medieval times. He must quest for the Necronomicon, a book of evil which can return him to his time. Unfortunately, though, he releases the evil trapped inside the book and unleashes an army of the dead.
Basically, I said it.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't say every syllable, but it said the same thing. So, what's up with the 1992? Because the movie didn't come out in 1992. But
I think it was really supposed to come out in 1992, but it got pushed back. Was it 93?
Yes.
Back to?
So the movie came out on February 19th, 1993. But everything, if you just look up Army of Darkness, it says 1992 film. There's just a constant association with the year 1992, but the movie didn't come out in 1992. Budget of $11 million. Box office of $21.5 million. Split almost evenly, 11.5 domestic versus 10 international.
Whoa, I'm so sorry to cut you off so quickly because I went to Box Office Mojo and read something totally different.
You read the just 11.5 million.
Yeah, so they left something out then.
They left out the international. That's
the
just
international. From Box Office Mojo said $2,949. Like that.
So it doesn't give it'll give for some reason Box Office will sometimes only have like a region. But it won't have the whole
international.
Like,
So I was gonna say, dude, internationally,
so
if the rest of the world was just $2,000.
So sometimes when I see that, and I'm like, that doesn't make sense, and then I'll look at Wikipedia, and Wikipedia will give like a vastly different number.
Yeah,
there's a third website I go to called The Numbers, and it will almost always have like the full international. So what that's usually where. So 21.5 mil split between. 11.5 and 10.
And then, sorry, what was the budget?
And 11 million. So it made its money back plus more. 68% versus 87% at Rotten Tomatoes. 7.4 out of 10 on IMDb. 3.75 3.7 out of 5 at Letterboxd, and a consensus of a Reddit thread that I read seems to put this movie at either the third or fifth in the ranks of Evil Dead movies. Either some people really love the Army of Darkness, or people really hate Army of Darkness, and well, not hate, but like it's their least favorite of the Evil Dead series, or it's their.
You're talking about all of the Evil Dead movies,
yes,
even modern,
even including Rise and Rise and Ash versus Evil Dead.
Wow, the TV show.
Mm-hmm.
There was another Evil Dead though too, right? And back in like 2010.
The 2013 movie.
2013. Okay.
Rise, and then, I mean, since the new one hasn't come out yet.
Oh, it's out.
Did it just come out?
Did you see it? Yeah, I think it came out on the 3rd.
Oh, whatever.
Evil Dead Burn.
Yeah, Burn.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Okay, so it did just come out. I was like...
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, so literally, it's not even been like a full week. Yeah.
Army of Darkness came in at number 15 in February. The movie that came out a week before it, and a movie that we did earlier this year, Groundhog Day, came in at number 1. Summersby, Aladdin, Loaded Weapon, 1, and Homeward Bound round out the top 5. Said it because it came out in the middle of the month of a short month. I would do March as well. It went down to number 23. Top 5 movies were falling down. Somehow TMNT 3. The Crying Game, Groundhog Day, and Homeward Bound again were the top 5 of March. Like I said, Chico recommended this movie for us. He didn't tell me why. He just said, you should do this movie. I saw this movie like a long time ago. Oops.
All sorts of dings today.
So many dings. Dude. Anyway, saw this movie a long time ago, so it had been a while, and I just forgot how campy this movie is.
Yeah, it was the camp was turned to
We literally put Monty Python meets Mel Brooks meets an acid trip.
There you go.
Because it's so weird, because the first movie is like a lot of horror.
Right. It's, 70s or 80s horror. I forget when it came out. So it's like there's bones of camp just because of the time period it was made in. But it was, I want to say, trying to be a legitimate horror movie.
The first one, I believe, was 81.
81. There
Yeah,
you go.
81.
80s horror.
Yep. So crazy kind of think that. So sorry. On the note about it, like the oddity between, is it 92? Is it 93? So I think this is the one that got picked up by Universal, and I may be wrong. Where like maybe the first two also got picked up by Universal.
No, I think this one specifically was Universal because of Darkman.
Yes, because Sam Raimi and the success of Darkman that came out, I think, in 91 or 92. Which then gave Raimi more creative control, and because of that, there was basically some funky stuff happens on set, and it ends up pushing or causing the release of the film to be pushed back from 92 to 93.
Oh.
But yeah, like you were saying though, all of these websites, like the information that it puts out there is 92, even though it seems like it came out in 93.
So weird.
Yeah. You watch this. So as you were watching this, you ever think to yourself like, somebody saw this and thought, Spider-Man.
Was that his next movie?
No, it wasn't his
Oh,
next
okay.
movie, but like just seeing this in his film catalog, like,
yeah, his repertoire.
yeah, man, like it's just interesting that like Spider-Man. I guess there's also Darkman, so you can't discount that, but yeah, just very interesting. But I do see the influence
Really?
of at least, especially when it comes to like the editing.
Okay.
And it makes me wonder though too, because I did read that Bruce Campbell did have like a hand not only as an actor but as an editor.
Yeah.
For the Army of Darkness. I don't know if he did any assistance with editing the first 2 Evil Dead movies, but then it just makes me wonder if he had any influence in the editing of like Spider-Man, because the Evil Dead movie is, I feel like, I don't know if any movie did this before, but I feel like they're very famous for those scenes they have of like the suit up scenes in the Evil Dead movies where they're preparing for I love those. I do love those scenes. It's so like cheesy, but I just love them, especially in this movie when he's he gets the night hand and then he crushes the gauntlet and he puts up his hand. Groovy.
That one. Groovy.
Why it's just so funny to me, man. Such so campy lines like you guys are talking about. It is campy, but to me it's like an enjoyable campy. Not one that like I see people different.
Yeah,
That's totally fine.
yeah.
But like, yeah.
I wrote, like, if there's one thing about like the Evil Dead series, really like a lot of Raimi stuff, because it was a lot in Darkman too. Like his use of camera, like techniques to like convey movement or to convey like chaoticness.
Yeah.
Like a lot of like the like
Very kinetic.
Like it's very kinetic. Like
Yeah.
Like swooping, like spinning camera zooms
Yeah.
and like quick shifts
Yeah.
of focus and where you are when the king shoots that arrow and it's like traveling to the guy's back and it's just like
Yeah.
and like how they'll like speed up frames to like make something seem chaotic and like frenetic. How they when he's getting like sucked into the book and they show it like from up and how he's just like moving and like you can tell they're like chopping frames so that it doesn't feel smooth like whatsoever and it feels like something's happening to him. Like those are really like if there's one thing that Sam Raimi is really good at, it's that. I wish there was more of that in Spider-Man, but I think I can understand why there isn't that in Spider-Man, because I think you need smooth frame rate and like smooth camera footage to like show him like moving about. Otherwise, you'd probably like want to throw up because of how jittery a character like Spider-Man probably actually moves in real life. Like I'm sure if you didn't have Spider-Man's like abilities and you suddenly like got put into his like optic vision for a
That
second of
would
what
be
he was
awful.
doing.
Yeah, like you were just talking about like motion blur, right?
I would be
Like
puking.
that would 100%. But that makes a lot of sense thinking about it that way because of the character of Spider-Man, because there's a lot of, like you were saying, POV shots of even just artillery, like catapults that would be launched and it looks like it's actually a tracking shot of the catapult hitting, like a skeleton or something like that out in the Army of Darkness. And there's a lot of that. Even beyond, just that arrow shot, killing one of King Henry's men. So super cool in that regard. And it makes me wonder because it's so well before, like CGI being so prevalent that they just do that for everything, and that the amount of practical effects, which I feel like we've been seeing a lot of films over the past like month and a half or so that have relied so heavily on practical effects, and it's just awesome because I look at it and I'm like, well, how did you do that? Like in the scene where he's getting pulled into the book and then he comes out and like his face is stretched and he just has to keep shaking it to get it back to its. And even the scene where there's like all the little miniature versions of him and he has to like fight the little mini Ashes. It's like they do such. It's. I feel like people back then, your imagination had to be cranked up to 1,000,000 to make this stuff work. Man, it's super cool. I think.
Yeah, it's very much so. Just being able to do that with a movie that I don't think you cared. I shouldn't say cared about, but a movie that you knew wasn't going to be like a huge blockbuster.
Yeah,
and being more creative than the movies that were big blockbusters. I think it's very interesting.
Yeah.
And maybe that is part of why probably budget is why they were like, Sam Raimi do Spider-Man. But because I'm sure they probably couldn't get a Spielberg or like a big giant name to do it, and probably like cheaping out on getting a smaller director, even though he had been like he's got a plethora of movies under his belt.
Yeah.
I also think he did. You ever see the show Jack of All Trades? Not Jack of All Trades. Jack of All Trades.
I don't think so.
It was a show on. I think it was just syndicated, but here it was on Channel 64.
Does that feature his brother?
His brother was actually Ted Raimi was Joxer in Xena and Hercules. I think he did do a character in Jack of All Trades, but the main character is Bruce Campbell.
Oh my gosh, that's right. Yes, that's that. Okay, yes, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
and it's about that like period of time, like the Great Adventure period, like the early 1900s, where you could just go around and mess up stuff.
You're like, hey, this is mine.
But a lot of like watching this made me kind of like remember about that show, just because it's got that like real kind of. It's got like the campiness, but also just like a lot of his techniques, and those are techniques that you weren't seeing in like any other. Like you weren't seeing that in like Cleopatra 2525, or even like I think you kind of saw it in Xena. But this movie, it is like ultimately it is just kind of weird to me that like kind of maybe you shouldn't call it devolution, but like how it goes from like this like kind of more serious nature in Evil Dead 1, and we eventually just get ourselves down into Army of Darkness through Evil Dead 2. And also just the sheer amount, I forgot just how many like times he's just throwing out one-liners. And sometimes he's not even on camera when he's throwing out the one-liners. It's just like somebody else and he's just in the background. Yeah.
Come here, baby.
Come here, baby.
Yeah, it is. It's so fascinating because it's like, as I was watching this, I think Army of Darkness might be, for me, the earliest memory I have of that franchise.
Whoa.
It's just like, I have this very vague memory of seeing it, like watching it on like VHS in the apartment of like a family friend like years ago. Like, I was maybe like 4 or 5 years old. Like the poster stands out to me, I remember from that, and I guess because I didn't have the frame of reference of like Evil Dead's 1 and 2, I wasn't able to compare and say like, wow, this tonally is way different than the first two. Because like you guys were saying before, like Evil Dead 1 is tonally vastly different. And then you start to see that shift. But then it seems like after Army of Darkness, there was essentially like a 20-year hiatus on Evil Dead movies. And then they went right back to like, we're not even going to try to make you laugh. It's just going to be gore. And it seems like that is their kind of like what they're known for now. Like the modern Evil Dead movies is that is pushing the envelope of how much it can just like make you like squirm in your seat. So it is interesting because like I found myself just laughing a lot more. Although a lot of the like practical effects and the like makeup and the designs of the creatures were in a way kind of nauseating, like they were just really gross. Really gross. Yeah.
Like the priest thing, whatever the heck, the second creature in the pit.
Oh yeah, they came off the
after.
wall.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah,
that thing
that
was
thing was-
nasty.
Actually made me jump slightly because I was not expecting
Yeah,
like anybody to be in that wall.
Yeah. Also, where did the blood geyser come from when the guy went in?
I was trying now so hard to figure out what happened there.
Yeah.
I was like, did the wall, like maybe the spike wall crushed him?
Spikes.
But like, how did that like just gigantic thing of Kool-Aid shoot out? Because I was like, that is not blood color.
Yeah,
it was,
it's,
it was so
Nightmare on Elm
fluorescent
Street,
red.
Yeah.
But then it just disappears, and there's no sign of what could have been down
And
there.
then it's just water. It's like just But no, I think so. My sticking point is definitely the campiness of it all. Just being like having just. I guess it's the same thing. What was I forget the Western of just going from like a wiener to like a cool guy. Like that rubber band for me just got like a little overkill, not nauseating, but just I was kind of
wiener
over
to
it.
a cool guy.
Yeah, like how he comes back and he's like, "Oh, like I just couldn't hack it," and then he's like, "Oh, let me shoot two like bullets into this creature that's about to kill someone." I can't remember if that's the exact action sequence, but like he'll be like he goes from like rock bottom to like, "Oh, I have this cool line. Let me use my shotgun." To like,
Did
solve
he
the
have
problem.
the boomstick on him?
When he got pushed into the pit.
Yeah, because I swear he
Or-
did not have that
didn't,
boomstick.
Because
And then-
it was they were by his car. They
Yeah.
knocked it out of his hand. It was on the ground, and then I guess the wise man was just like, no, he had the
chainsaw.
the
He
chainsaw.
threw the
Yeah,
chainsaw.
he didn't even
Yeah.
have the boomstick. So yeah, I don't know.
So I don't know where it came from.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do remember that his holster was empty when
Yes.
he falls into
Yeah.
the pit.
And then all of a sudden he's like, "This is my boomstick," and then they show the whole. And I'm like, "But that was empty.
Yeah.
Where'd this gun come from?"
And also, if it was wet, how would it shoot? But
Well, I mean, at the
Questions.
end he shoots a repeater,
Remington?
like
Yeah.
a Remington repeater with no reload.
Just
30 something
right into
times.
it, yeah. But I should have done more preparation and like had an exact scene, but it was like he would just do. So I guess it's the whole thing of like he's in like about to get pushed in the pit. He's like, oh, like, you know, kind of begging for his life, which, you know, understandable. But then like he comes out and now he's like, oh, I've got my chainsaw. Like I'm such a badass. Like I'm gonna say this
Oh,
cool
yeah.
speech. Like actually, fuck all you guys. I'm cool.
Also
I
happens
ruled
when
my
he
slave.
like he looks like he's running away, like after they like breach the walls, and it looks like he's like, because he looks scared and he like runs into the room, and even Kingsley's guess we've been abandoned,
Right.
and then all of a sudden then he pops out in the like the retrofitted car,
Yeah.
and he's like mowing people down one liner after one liner. You're like, okay, well, I mean,
Yeah.
like you don't need to trick us,
Right. Yeah. Like, we're on your side, man. Like we want you
Yeah.
to succeed.
Yeah, no, that's a good point, because it's like I found it's also one of those things where when I look back, and you know how people talk about movies when you look back at it from a modern lens, and there's just things that are kind of cringe, which is like a lot of times the dialogue and how they are treating certain types of people, because they were just like, I don't know, I just find something cringy about the whole, like, now I have these women feeding me like grapes and shit,
a
and
whole
now I
turkey.
just like, you grab this girl and say, "Give me some sugar, baby," and we started making out, and like the way, like there was this kind of like condescending tone a lot of times when he was talking to Sheila, which I didn't really care for. That's just one of those things where it's just like a nitpick for me. But where it really got to me is I didn't realize how much Sam Raimi does like these kind of crude, seemingly unnecessary, like sexual assault scenes.
No.
I don't, because once Army of Darkness rolled, because I was watching it on HBO Max, it immediately went to the first Evil Dead, and then it's showing the scene where that girl is essentially like assaulted by that evil spirit. Like, it's never given a physical form, but like you see it pull apart her legs, and then like this, and I'm like, I personally have never cared for those scenes. I think there are some places where when they use it in movies, there's like a point of why they're using it, and it's supposed to make you feel that way, and at which point I can kind of understand it. It's still the concept for me, it just kind of like makes my skin crawl. But here it just didn't feel like it was necessary. Like the scene where his doppelganger comes back to life and starts making out with Sheila, and then when the camera cuts back, like for some reason her shirt is just off now.
Oh, he
just
pulled
like,
her shirt down.
I did not see him do that. I guess I just didn't notice him do that. But then also like the other skeletons leading all these other women, like, we got use for you, and I'm like, dude, okay, why?
Also, it's like, you're skeletons.
Yeah, like, what are you gonna do?
We're finger blasting, baby. Sorry.
Finger blasted what, goldfish?
Yeah.
Sorry, flavor blasted
Those
goldfish.
are flavor.
but,
Yeah, that's
that was-
no. That first one is wild. That's a wild concept.
Well, I guess
Smack
kind
that
of
smiles back.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Whoa, nice.
Thank you.
I loved how goofy the skeletons were, because it's
Yeah.
just like how like practical. Because I love how it's just like a $5 skeleton you can get at like Spirit Halloween, and then it's a full guy like doing backflips and shit with like scimitars. Just I was like, this is great.
I also love the like. They're skeletons up until they need them to actively do something.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then they
And then
turn
they're
into
like,
dudes.
Then it's,
Yep.
And then when they need to be able to like just kill something like very like kind of crazily and offhandedly, back to skeleton.
and then it's just falling over and explodes, and you're like, okay.
But Lord knows if a punch needs to happen, some dude suddenly in a suit.
You know, I also, this is one of those scenes, another scene I didn't realize like what it was trying to do as a kid. But when he's rehearsing or reciting the lines and he forgot the words, and then he gets to the last word that starts with an N, he's like, it's an N word, it's an N word. I'm like, say it. Like,
I
like
really
in my
wanted
chair.
just to like take a screenshot of like it's an N word and just like have that as like a reaction image or something.
Definitely an N-word. Klaatu, Marada,
Like, oh my god.
I said it more or less, yeah.
Yeah, right. I didn't say it. Exact wording.
You know, I like the fact that that Arthur didn't just, because it's been so long since I've seen this movie in its entirety that I forget like the dynamic of the relationships in the film, and so I remember Arthur, but I didn't remember how his relationship to Ash. Like I didn't remember how that evolved, but I'm just kind of random, but I'm just glad that it didn't end up being this thing where they were just constantly trying to measure dicks the entire movie. You know what I'm saying? Like it didn't end up being this like feature film length pissing contest in which Arthur actually just sort of allowed, you know, his feedback, his input, his like I guess experience in using sort of like future tech of whatever little bit that they had, rather than trying to be this person who was trying to show out for Sheila. Because like when he was introduced and then I see Sheila, I had in my mind that there was going to be like this love triangle of him trying to go after Sheila, but then like getting mad at Ash and then doing all of this stuff to try to basically make Ash look less heroic. But anytime Ash didn't look heroic, oftentimes that was of his own doing. Like he was running away, he was maybe acting a little less courageous. It was like you were mentioning before, there was this sort of oscillating back and forth between I don't want to be here in sort of almost kind of like cowardly acts versus now I have the courage of 1,000 men and I can do anything.
Probably helped, or maybe didn't help, I'm not sure. The fact that Ash treated the whole situation like it was just the biggest inconvenience.
I mean, it's pretty inconvenient to be that.
I shouldn't even say
Yeah.
like, no, I should say he actually treated it just like an inconvenience instead of like a ridiculous event that's occurring and that he like needs to do something about. Instead, he's just like, it's almost like he treated the movie as if it was like a filler movie for like an upcoming like, oh, once we get past this like filler arc, we'll be back to like the real stuff.
Just doing this for a paycheck. Yeah, we're just here.
And he's just kind of just like, oh, give me back, give me back to my future. Even though I can't remember. And Evil Dead, was he in England when he got sucked into the book,
I don't think so.
or like sucked into that portal? Because how did he get from there to?
Yeah, no, he wasn't. I mean,
To
that's
medieval
what I was
Europe.
going to bring that up too. Like, it's kind of crazy when you think about it, like in the context of the film and in the story, that he's basically just been on this like 3-film crazy fucking adventure, dude, for how long? Like to go from the events of The Evil Dead to Evil Dead 2, and then immediately at the end of that film, you just get zapped back in time. But no, he wasn't. They were not in England. They would have been in America.
America, right?
They were
Yeah,
at
that's
Cabin in
like
the
it's
Woods.
he's in Cabin in the Woods, and
Yeah.
like, so
Yeah, no idea why he would have been zapped back to that time, or sorry, to that like medieval England.
weird. Did you know this movie had an alternate ending?
Yes, a little bit about that. Is that the one, the post-apocalyptic London?
Yeah.
Why did they not go with that one? Is it like just too depressing?
Not depressing at all. You want to know why I know that?
Why?
Because the version of the movie I watched was that version.
Wow.
Oh, no way.
Okay.
So that ending was not just some cut ending that they decided to do away with, and then like it just ends up being this fabled thing that you hear about. There's actually a cut where that's where it goes to.
And literally, like, what happens is he goes into the cave. He starts to take the drops, and he goes one, like he counts. He's counting, but he ends up doing 5, and then like some rocks or something falls over by the entrance, and he stops. And he looks over, and he's supposed to only take 1 more, but he ends up taking 2 more. He goes like 1, 2, 3, 4. And he takes another one and doesn't say 5. Then he looks, and then he goes over and it says 5, 6. So he ends up taking 7 and goes to sleep. And time does its thing, and you can see like the events of time happening because he like grows hair. He like grows a big beard. His hair grows long, and then like cobwebs start covering over him, and then he like wakes up, and he like just like, and then he like starts to pull himself out of the cave. And he pulls himself out of the cave, and he's like, oh, I'm in the correct time. But then he sees, like, he's like walking past like strewn like shopping carts and like mechanics and stuff. And then he like looks out, and it's just this like almost like it's just goofy. It's just like Pee Wee Herman-esque show-esque like depiction of like in a post-apocalyptic Europe. It's just like Big Ben is like sideways and then like God. And like everything's red and like you can tell things have been destroyed and stuff. And he's just like, oh, I slept too long. I'm too far. And then that's it.
Okay.
There was no depression about it. Yeah. That was it. So I was like, and it was so funny because I was just reading. I was like, oh, there's another, like, there's a second version of it. Oh, okay. And then, like, it kept going. I was like, do I have that version of this movie? And then it was like, okay, well, let me go see the one I remember.
Yeah.
And it was like, well, that's a much better, I don't know why they were about to fight Universal on this. Like, that's a much better ending.
I do like the fight, though, in the S-Mart.
Yeah, like it's so much a better ending.
Yeah.
I was like, it's longer, it's more fulfilling. Like, oh, okay, I like this. Why would you do the other one? The other one was like short and dumb.
Yeah, that is goofy. Did you know that his brother plays like 4 different characters in that movie?
Mm-hmm.
Ted Raimi.
I started saying like I know this one was like that Jocks. Oh yeah, that's Ted Raimi.
Yeah,
and then I was like, oh yeah, he's another one of those like Sean Gunn type situations.
Yeah. Like, where he just like pops up. He's one of the guys, and he's one of the medieval dudes. Like towards the end of the film, when Ash is trying to like rummage up the army to fight the army of the dead. Mm-hmm. This is before like Henry's army comes to help them. He's one of the guys that's down there like, I will fight with you. And then he's also, of course, the cleric that he's talking to at the very end of the film.
Oh, okay.
Who's like, he's telling the story about how he, and I forget, there's 2 other people that he plays.
Wow.
In the same movie. So it's just, that is hilarious to me. But you had mentioned something earlier about the recap. And the recap and them redoing it. So apparently, I read something that basically, the whole part of him going to medieval times was supposed to happen in the original draft of the film was supposed to happen like halfway through. And then the second half of the film would have taken place in medieval England. But that the first half of the film was basically them refilming and reshooting a recap of the first 2 films. But I guess apparently they also went through name changes for the film.
It's supposed to be
which
called
is why-
Medieval. Dead,
Medieval,
which I think would have worked
Medieval Thank
much
you.
better than
Thank
Army
you.
of Darkness.
Yeah.
So I guess Universal, their whole thing was they wanted to come off as more of a standalone film, so that's why they dropped the Evil Dead thing, so that's just Army of Darkness. But I'm like, that's ridiculous to me that you had a perfect opportunity for that for Medieval Dead. Like,
yeah. And it's still the third boot. Like you still
either way goes.
you still talk about the first two.
Exactly.
So it's not like you're shunting it off. Like it's not a
Yeah.
standalone thing.
Don't get that.
Yeah.
Like I don't get movies. How like
Who told you?
who like why is there so much friction between the people giving the money and the people making the movie? Just let them make the movie and then like I don't know, do like a Supergirl, like screen it, and if people are like, then you take it back, do a little bit of a reshoot, try it again. If they go yay, put it out. But let the creatives do the creative stuff. Don't come in here like, well, I've got money, but I don't think it should be called Medieval Dead. That's too damn clever. We should call it Army of Darkness, so they'll really be confused on what they're going to go see.
So they can seem more like a standalone film, despite the fact that we're using a character that has been in 2 other films related to the same exact story, and then we have also referenced the stories that we trying to make a standalone film to in the beginning, because that makes sense.
I don't.
Do you think it's just like a power trip, like somebody just the need to flex?
It's either that or it's like, oh, I have to get the most return for my money. Would be my assumption.
But then who do you go to that told you, hey man, you'll get more money back if you just drop any mention of Evil Dead? Like, where does that information even come from to suggest that to you as a reputable change?
Well, I know they do like focus groups and focus panels, but there's
stupid.
no way a focus panel said drop Medieval Dead.
Yeah.
I'm sure if you put that out there, they'd be like, "Damn, that's smart.
Yeah.
That's so fucking clever, dude." They're like, yes, do that one, or Army of Darkness. No, do that Medieval Dead one. They're probably like, no, Army of Darkness.
I promised my wife.
That's really what it was. It's like the main backer, like the wife, like, I think it should be Army of Darkness.
I won't get no blowjobs if we don't do this. Dang it now!
I don't get no sugar if we don't do this.
Yeah, I can't go without my sugar, baby. Oh, so before doing a little bit of research on this film, I didn't realize that Sam Raimi had so many brothers. Because there's another Raimi, Ivan Raimi, who he actually co-wrote this film with. And Ivan Raimi apparently also worked with him on Darkman and helped him to co-write Spider-Man 3, Drag Me to Hell, and the Ash vs. Evil Dead series.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Ivan? Is that what?
Ivan Raimi, yeah.
Why didn't Ivan work on the first 2 Spider-Man movies?
What was Ivan doing?
Why did he come for the shitty one? Ivan.
Oh, man.
Starting to see something here. You tend to come in on these 3s and you kind of fuck some shit up a little bit.
I wonder if he just like comes in when it seems like there's just too much going on in like the story of whatever he's working on. So he's like, I need Ivan for this. He knows how to juggle multiple things. And if that's the case,
Get Ivan out of here.
Yeah, because don't do Venom in Spider-Man 3. Just let him be his own villain in Spider-Man 4. Never mind.
Or do Venom, but don't do Sandman. You don't need both.
Yeah. You don't need all 3. I mean...
And you don't need New Goblin.
Yeah. And New Goblin also can you please not make him look like he's just some... He looks like one of the kids what I would imagine if in Ice Spiders they actually got a chance to go to the Olympics. Like, that's what New Goblin looked like. Like, he did not look like... That's not my Goblin, man. I was like so disappointed with that design. He just looks like he's going out for a good old time in the Alps.
Yeah, he wasn't...
Not my Goblin.
Yeah. But I'm sure we'll cover that one day when we do Spider-Man.
Yeah, Spider-Man month.
The Spider-Man trilogy, yeah.
Any final thoughts for Army of Darkness?
totally didn't realize or totally forgot, if I did realize at one point, how short this film is.
It is incredibly
Crazy
short.
to see 121 minutes.
So weird.
Sorry,
At some
an hour,
point,
21 minutes.
I was like, damn, this movie. Like, I accidentally like moved over onto like my like scroll time bar. I was like, what the hell? I feel like this movie just started. It's like a third of the way
almost done.
too.
Yeah.
What's
Keep
happening,
moving, dude?
I also didn't realize that Danny Elfman did the score, because at some point I was like, that's some old like goofy Danny Elfman ass music. Who's this dude? Oh, it is Danny Elfman. At first I thought somebody was like acting like they were Danny Elfman. I was like, oh no, it's Danny Elfman. Okay. That would explain the the boom 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 type music that's going on there.
Skeletons.
But yeah, that was Army of Darkness. I think it is time for everybody's favorite rating segment.
How many Panharmonicons does it get? Army of Darkness.
I will go first. My brother recommended this. It was 3 out of 5 for me. It just wasn't enough movie, or maybe just not enough happened in the movie. You would think there was like a whole bunch of stuff happening. Really, just like he fell, had a fight, went to go get the book, came back, big fight happened.
That's it.
That's it. Yep. And I mean, that's fine. It wasn't a movie I hated. It wasn't a movie that I was awed about. And I'm sure that's probably how it was pitched. It's like, here's a movie for you guys. You're like, serviceable. And yeah, so it worked. I like the first one more than this one. I don't really remember everything that happened in the second one all that much. I need to rewatch that one.
Yeah, same here.
I don't know what would have made the movie better for me. And I think that's just usually I kind of have something in my notes as to like what I think could have made the movie better. I think the movie just is.
Sure.
So
yeah,
here it is.
I can go next.
Yeah.
I'm oscillating between a 2.5 and a 3. I don't know if we do quarters, but I'll land on a 3. We'll be generous. Because I do like the first two. I thought they were very good movies. This was just a weird pivot. My only thing is less camp. Like, well, I guess not less camp, but just like shorter bits. Because like when the skeletons are like pulling at his face and like doing all like the wet willies and stuff, like that could have been maybe like 10-15 seconds, and I was like, oh, that's really funny. But then it's like then it kept going, and then like a hand like got thrown at him. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, just do like either come out of the ground or just do something.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then the wiener to cool guy. I need to find a better way to say that, but that is also something.
0 to hero.
There you go. Back to 0. Yeah, it just doesn't sit right with me. You can either be a wiener or a cool guy. You can't. I guess people contain multitudes, but it's just
too rapid of a shift.
Yeah.
Well, also though, like to that point, I mean, it would be one thing if this was like the film that started the franchise.
Sure.
But like you've already been through 2 instances of this.
Yes, and you've established a very clear tone in the
Correct.
other 2.
Yeah, yeah. Especially as a guy, like you've already been shown to cut off your own hand.
Yeah.
With a chainsaw, so I think we're past the wiener point, man. I think we're past any sort of being tepid and scared of what's happening.
Good point.
For me, it's a 3 as well. I also am going for a 3. I totally, and it's one of those where I watch and I'm like, man, Bruce Campbell is very funny. Mm-hmm. Like he has, like his comedic timing is great, and it makes me realize that he's just one of those people one of those actors in the game that I underestimate. Though, despite the fact that like anytime I see him come up, especially as cameos in all of the Sam Raimi Spider-Man films, like I've loved him every time. But like seeing him here, especially because the film was very tonally different from the first 2 Evil Dead films, that he had a chance to like exercise that part a little bit more, and it's just hilarious. There's like so many lines that he like uttered in that film that just had me dying. Like when he comes back from getting the Necronomicon and all these people are trying to talk to him, he's like, "Stop. please get away. Get the fuck out of my face. He's just like so pissed. He's had enough.
Sorry. Yeah, great. Get the fuck out of my face.
And you can definitely just feel that he's just exhausted, man. Because again, he's been through just adventure after adventure and all things that have just tried to kill him, and he's managed to just skate out of that and push on to the next thing. And it does make you wonder from an audience perspective, is like, when is this dude going to get a break?
Yeah.
Also hilarious to me that through all of this, at the end of the day, he just goes back to his job at S-Mart.
Right. I would do literally anything else.
Yeah.
Like, why would I go back to a retail job?
Yep.
Like,
imagine going through all of that shit and just going back to your job at Best Buy.
I'm at the Geek Squad. I gotta go install a TV today.
Yeah. Well, yeah, 3 out of 5 for me.
Yeah. I always want, like, watching this, it made me wonder why he didn't get more, like, leading roles. Like obviously, like, the Evil Dead series is like, you know, like AAA prime, like, movie real estate, but he has the chops for being like lead man and, like, especially in comedies. And it's just very weird that, like, after this, it felt like he just kind of moved into like side roles and like TV roles, and then became like the dude that pops up in cameos for Sam Raimi stuff. And it's like, dude, what happened? Did somebody blackball you? What happened? I just don't get it. But blacklist, I didn't mean blackball. That's two different things.
I was at they're synonymous with them.
Yeah, I thought they were the same thing,
that was what we thought about Army of Darkness, Evil Dead 3, Medieval Dead.
That's how we
It should just be called Medieval Dead.
Way better name.
Let us know what you thought about it if you've seen it. If you haven't seen it, I do suggest you see it. It's not a bad movie, but I would watch the first two and then watch this one.
Yeah.
Let us know what you thought about it in the comments below, whether you're on Spotify or on YouTube. And if you're on YouTube, give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed today's episode. If you didn't enjoy today's episode, thumbs down. Subscribe if you enjoy us. Lets us know that you want to get more of us, and the more of us you can get, the better. If you're on Spotify and you enjoyed us, give us a follow. Give us a rating of 1 through 5. And 1, 0, 5. I think that's it. I think that's all the stuff. So above all else, thank you for watching today's episode of Panharmonicon Studios Presents
A movie podcast in the darkness.
Ding, 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 ding. I'm a skeleton. I forgot to talk about their little skeleton instruments.
Yeah, dude.
playing like the leg
Yeah,
of
like
flute.
the little heads.
Somehow making drum sounds instead of the sound that would be having if you had like a human
Like a
skull.
hollow skull, right?
Yeah. Bone on bone.
But thank you for listening
Goodbye.
or watching.
Catch you next time. Oh yeah. Yes.
Oh, they can see us.
I could have stayed in the past. Could have even been king. But in my own way, I am king.
Hail to the king, baby.